So today we are looking at a Platinum DPS player in which they play Sombra, Widow, Kree, and Tracer. And I have something to already say about that. It's a lot of switches in a game. I get Overwatch as a lot of, rock, paper, scissors, but there's always the chance of sometimes switching off a character, even if you feel like you're not doing a whole lot, isn't the right move because your ults are really game changers, especially someone like Sombra. Sombra's so powerful right now, there's almost no reason to even want to switch off of her. So, I'm just going to skip ahead here to the beginning of the round. I went back about 20 seconds too. Oh boy, that's aggressive! Okay. Before we talk team comps, before we talk anything, you've already made the #1 mistake of a flanker in lower elo Overwatch. So as Sombra, right, you're invisible, you can't be seen. The biggest advantage of Sombra is being able to scout the enemy team without them able to see you, and you can relay all of this information back to your team. So the first thing you want to say, of course, when they're coming out of spawn is list off who they're playing. Orisa, Mercy, whoever you see, right? Now on top of that too, you're in great positioning here, kind of. I would be a little further back, like over to the left here, or like around over on the bridge. If we go back a couple seconds, we can see it over this way. I'd be over here probably, and then work my way in, just in case somebody drops down or whatever on top of me. But you go hardcore right after the Mercy. I wouldn't do that, just because you're not going to clip her. Really, this early in spawn, it's not going to happen. You'd want to wait for your opportunity. The biggest mistake that I was talking about that flankers do in lower elos is you don't know timing. Timing is the biggest part of playing as a flanker. Now I'm excited to see your Tracer later on. So the biggest part of playing Tracer, other than of course mechanics, because mechanics is one of the biggest ways of playing Tracer as well as Widow, is your timing. So if you go in 1v6, like your team's not pushing in, and you come up behind to try to clip a Zen or an Ana that looks like they're out of the way, they can all turn around. Now they have Nade, they have Orb, they have a Brigitte, they have Bash, they have Pull, they have Hook, they have Defense Matrix, they have Helix Rocket, whatever they have for their whole team. They can use absolutely all of their resources on you and delete you. You have to be next level skilled with all of your abilities in predicting what's coming your way and whatnot, and your chances of actually just landing a kill are slim to none, and the chances of you dying are probably about 90%, if not higher, unless you just immediately bug out and recall. But then you don't have recall and you have to play more passive. So this right here is really aggressive, because I don't know who this is, I can't tell, but right here, is that D.Va? I can't tell, but someone's right up your ass. If that's a McCree or a Brigitte, you are dead. You are dead here. You just fed your brains out. So you TP out for 8 ult charge. And that, I don't think is worth it. Because now you have to restart. Now they know you have a Sombra. You've lost your element of surprise. And you didn't really get much out of it. Plus, we did not communicate at all to our team. So I really don't like that at all. If the better play would have been to hang out over here. See, now look where their Ana is, right? So if you were hanging out over here and you watched them all come across this bridge and they left their Ana behind, you could have snuck right up this way, came out of uncloaked, hacked her, and began your assault. And then if they had to turn around, which is this Plat, people in Plat really don't know what peeling is, probably aren't going to turn around to help her, other than Mercy, maybe. You might get that kill. But unfortunately, we had to reset, so you've lost an opportunity here. This is dangerous. It's borderline suicidal. You can be seen by their team. So you go for the hack on the Ana, and you're going to go to kill her. You're going to get it? Nice. So you get the kill. You could have got that a lot sooner and a lot easier and a lot less danger. Because if anyone had saw you, because we were detected here on this cart, when you jumped down and did this absolutely harebrained, dangerous maneuver right here. Well, they're running a Pharah. They have a Reinhardt who's right here, who's mid-swing. He turns around for a split second because he gets the detected thing with you. You're dead. He clicks you, you're dead. You even get pulled by Orisa. You're dead. So, This is because I think you survive here because it's plat. In all honesty, you get away. But I like your decision making to go after the Ana. This is good. I like that. That's who you would want to target. And so now you go after the Pharah. You get the big hack on her. She comes straight down to earth. Ooh, just 1 or 2 more shots. Oof, you missed it. Unlucky. 10 HP. You need to go get a health pack. Go get a health pack. I mean, you do want to get ult charge to your team, but they're probably busy at this point. Or at least they looked busy. I would have just went and got the health pack. It probably would have been better. Either way, that's fine. This file is marked by mac and cheese. If you don't know, not sure the reason. I know why. I looked at it. It's okay. I know why it's gonna happen. I want to do this VOD because Sombra's in it. Sombra's ultra powerful right now. Oh, nice clip. Nice clip on the Pharah. Huge stagger. Big hack on the hog. The May's gonna come up on you. I think you could have finished that clip. Might have got frozen, but it's okay to bug out there. Next person I would hack. Oh my god, your wrist is popping. You lose this game? So now you have EMP here. So that means ults are coming online. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I think, were you low HP the whole time? Or did you just get chipped down and not realize it? Yeah, you get hit and then don't TP out. Unfortunate. That's just some reaction stuff. Yeah, you didn't see the Pharah. That sucks. Now that your ults are coming online, though. Sorry, I'm sick, so please bear with me. One of the biggest that I actually didn't know until the other day. Benefits that Sombra's rework is that when you hack an enemy or EMP them and they have ult, I'm gonna let you get close to somebody first. You might even see it in the video. So like if you say, oh, you hack this Winston who's on your team, if that was an enemy Winston, over his head, if he has ult, would appear a little white check mark. That's super important because if you start hacking Ana's or you start hacking Reinhardt's or Zaryas or whatnot, you can communicate to your team, they have grab, they have shatter, and you can not only ult track, because you should be ult tracking at all times, but I get it. It's a little bit of lower EO. It's kind of a difficult thing to do all the time. You can mess it up. I mess it up all the time. It happens. Hasn't that always been a thing? I don't think so. I just read it the other day. Oh, Sombra, that hero I play? Yeah, Sombra, I don't know. I actually never knew that this was a thing. I'm genuinely new. I saw it, I got it pointed out to me the other day in the patch notes for new Sombra. So I'm assuming it's with new Sombra. It might have been a thing before. I just don't play Sombra. I had to do some research before I could do this. And I found out that that's a thing. And I saw it in games. And it never clicked in my head that, what is that white check mark above their head? That's their ult. I mean, I'm ult tracking constantly, so I know when they have ults. But that's super helpful to a lower elo player who might not be doing that. So, if you walk in here, and what are we talking about? We're talking about when you hack an opponent, if they have ult with EMP or just a regular hack, there's a little check mark over their head that shows that they have ult right now. So if you hack a Sombra, if you hack a Zarya or a Reinhardt, you can tell your team, hey, that's that they have ult. It's always been a thing. I didn't know that. I learned that the other day. So, I just learned that. And I'm not really a Sombra player. Like, I'm not really a DPS player at all. But I'm sure there's lots of people that don't know that. So just keep that in mind. Especially with this big EMP coming up. While you're going and fragging out for kills, which you should pop this EMP soon when your team pushes in. Probably communicate to your team that, hey, I want to pop this. Oh, that's what's the word? Ambitious. You're invisible. You're not invincible. That hog could have easily hooked you. So let's just go through that one more time. Because I like the progression here. I think I liked, you were trying to go right side, and I could have just done a bigger one. You could have went all the way around right side, especially with their Ana trying to come up like that, which, where did she even go? Did she go upstairs? Big hack on the Moira. You could either just loop around right side, it might take a second or two extra, or go up these stairs, which is probably the better move. Call it to your team, like, you ready for a hack or EMP? Pop EMP, and have your team push in. While during that, you can probably look at the people you're trying to kill and figure out who has ult. And then you can communicate that to the rest of your team. Like I said before, one of the biggest advantages of Sombra is her scouting abilities. Because you don't do a ton of damage. You're really just a harasser, you're a scouter, and you just delete somebody from the game. Yeah, Sombra is a lot about comms. Almost all about comms. Absolutely. There's some comms here from the Sombra that's playing, but I don't think it's enough. Not yet. Maybe it'll improve over time. Your wrist is out-talking you by a mile. So I like this flank. This is really good. Opportunities now. Opportunities. So you only have your Winston here. They're all focusing your Winston. I would not decloak. So you're not going to decloak yet. Good. You're a little close. Yeah, back up. I would come out of cloak soon, and you would... Oh my god, this is ambitious. Those detected, like, if they look, they see you. So that's ambitious. This diva needs to be hacked before she can remech. No, 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 no. Timing! Timing, my man, timing. Remember what we talked about? They actually used all of their abilities on to kill you. So if you were a tracer, this is the same thing. So you uncloak. I don't know who you're going to target. You kind of just look around. So they sleep you. I'm pretty sure the hog goes to hook you, misses, or he doesn't even use it, doesn't even need to, just kills you. So they could have hooked you, orbed you, meleeed you, right-click from Moira you, everything. You're dead. You just fed, unfortunately. That just fed your brains out. What could you have done better? That's the real question. So if we go back here, your Winston's just going hard. Let's go a little further. Your Winston's going hard. He gets one pick. Your team's not with him, which is unfortunate. Your team really should be pushed up here with him. They're all playing kind of scared. That Orisa's one-shot kill. If you were gonna go do anything here, I would hope the Orisa kill. Bing, your Winston gets it. Never mind. They're down here quite a bit. Oh, here I wouldn't know. I wouldn't decloak here. I would just wait. I would wait longer. Wait till they push into your team. Save your EMP. Just don't. There's no need to. You have last fight coming up. And the best place to fight last fight or on first point, other than right here, is back here at the end of the point. And the reason for that is, especially when you're running Orisa, is your shield can just about shield the whole section of the under the arch and protect almost your entire team. I think if you wait here, because I know this video goes longer, I can tell obviously. I think if you hold the CMP and you don't die here and you wait till they push up into your team and start pushing the cart and communicate to your team like, hey, they're pushing back up, like let's regroup. Like say to them, hey, back up, regroup, we lost our tanks, and wait for your tanks to regroup. And then last second, recontest and pop EMP, you win this game or this round. 100%. You know those moments where you say like in a game, like where could I have improved to win, like to actually win the game, or like, you know, where could I have made the biggest impact? Right there. I don't know about anything else in the rest of the game, but that's it. That's the biggest impact you could have on the game, that moment. You dying there was really sucked. So your Winston kind of fed again, but this is Platinum. They're panicking because you died. They've like last fight. They're like, oh my god, look at the timer. You need to communicate to your team. We have time. Back up. But you've already lost too many numbers. This point's over. Don't commit EMP here. There's no need to. You lost this. I was afraid of that. They have all their ults. They're going to pop all of them. You get rolled. So the reason I say that, even though that fight looks winnable, right? The reason I say don't pop EMP here is you genuinely don't have the numbers to win this fight, even with the fat EMP. So you literally only have your Winston, your Lucio, and your Ana who's back here, who just nanoed the Winston. That's all you got. So your Winston does a decent amount of cleave damage, but he's not really going to kill anything. You don't do a ton of damage because you're Sombra. The hack is huge, and you get the Moira. That's big. But you don't have the follow-up. You lost your Lucio. Now you're down to 3 players to contest this point, and one of them's an Ana. Your Winston dies. He gets one for himself. But they still have a full team. They pop all their ults because they get scared, and now they take it from you. If you had decided to hold EMP here, right? If you would hold EMP and you'd realize that that was a lost fight, you can hold this at this choke where your Lucio just was, right here, this choke, with EMP and stonewall them for a little. Second point's kind of difficult to hold, but that's the place to hold them. If not at the end, which is just like a last second stall opportunity. But you don't have ults here. I just saw you hit tab, but I didn't. It was really quick. Fuck. So you have Bongos and you have Lucio ult. If your Orisa had stayed alive and not died when you went to recontest, that might have been a winnable fight. But she did not, unfortunately. I don't agree with this pick. I don't agree with it at all. They're running triple tank. 1, 2, 3. That battery, useless brick wall when you play Sombra. You have your own Pharah already. And that does a ton of damage to their tank line. You can hack the Pharah. You have a Ana who's on fire. She's doing well. You have a Winston. This is questionable. I would switch this out for a Diva, or I would switch this out for a Diva. It's not your job to go Widow here. You would want to stay Sombra here because the 3 tanks are such batteries to you. You walk in every fight and just hack this Diva. She's a 2-ton paperweight. Then you shoot at him. He's a battery. You could have EMP every fight if you play this right. That's the key, though, playing this right. Unfortunately, you got directed by the Pharah, so I think you felt like you were becoming a little bit more useless. And of course, like, you hit tab a couple times and you see like this number down here and you don't have a medal. I'm a DPS player, I need to have a medal. As long as you're hacking the right targets, which I'm not going to say we've seen so much so far, which that's a great shot. The biggest target you'd want to hack here is Diva, 100%. Because Diva's useless without her abilities. I wouldn't switch. I wouldn't. I would have stayed Sombra. Go on the flanks a little bit more. Call out who you're hacking to your team. Great shots.